Hello. If you saw my last video, yes, I'm wearing the same clothes. I'm filming 2 videos in a day and I'm not changing my outfit just to try and hide the fact that I'm filming 2 in a day. Also, the dog is still chomping on his bone, so sorry if you can hear that in the background. If you're new to my channel, my name is Becky. I typically post fashion and kind of lifestyle content. I am trying to switch things up a little bit on here, and I'm trying to kind of change the content that I post. So if you look at my previous content, it's not going to be the best representation. I was working last night on a list of videos that I want to film for YouTube, and I had like 15 knitting related ideas and 1 not. So probably we're just going to turn this into a knitting channel. Anyway, that was a really long intro. Today I want to talk about some spring knitting plans because I have a really big list of patterns that I really like. So some of them will just be like, probably it's going to be more spring patterns that I really like, and then maybe at the end I'll tell you which ones I think I'm actually going to try and do, because the list is definitely way too long. Right now I am working on, oh shit, I just pulled one of my stitches off. Great. Okay, so right now I'm working on a shirt for my boyfriend. I just made a jumper for myself. Last I made the Sonia sweater by Petite Knit. And then when I finished that, I told Ruben that I wanted to make something for him, and I asked what he might like, and he was saying, because I started about 6 weeks ago, so he was saying do something summery, because by the time it'll be done things will be getting warmer, so there's no point doing a jumper, which is a good shout. I wore my Sonia sweater for like 2 weeks and then it got too warm, so very good idea. So he was saying last year when we were in Ibiza we saw these like holy kind of shirts, and he really liked them, but I think we just saw people wearing them, we didn't see any to buy. So he said maybe I can make something like that. I searched high and low for a pattern that I felt would fit the vibe, couldn't find one, decided to try and design one myself, which has been a nightmare so far, but this is the progress. So I just connected the front and back. It's gonna have some more details at the front, that's not gonna stay like that, but that's the progress so far. It's taking a very long time, particularly because like there's a lot of bits that I haven't done before. So like German short rows in a stitch pattern, increases in a stitch pattern, like I haven't done those before without something to tell me what to do. In fact, I don't think I've even done those before with something to tell me what to do. So there's been lots of trial and error. I have been making like tiny little pieces to test things. We'll let you know how it goes. It's been a journey so far. But anyway, that's what I'm going to be working on throughout the video, if you see me knitting away. And I'm going to grab my laptop so I can talk to you about these spring patterns. So something that I am trying to do at the moment is kind of use up a little bit more of my stash. So basically I'm trying to think of patterns mostly that I can use some of the yarn that I already have for. So for example, I have this Drops alpaca boucle, which is absolutely gorgeous. I really like this boucle. And I have this black one. So I made this black, this is the Tiffany Lou's typical pouch and purse. I think she uses a different username on Instagram though. Yeah, Typical Bliss. So this is the pouch, and I have the purse here. I didn't quite buy enough yarn, I measured it wrong, so the purse is much tinier. And what I've been doing is, for this project that I'm working on, it's a mess at the moment, but I have like all the little things that I need for that project in this bag, so I can really easily just pick it up and go, even if that's just carrying it around the apartment. And it's been really useful. So I have this that I'm going to make another one of those with, and then I have this one, and I'm gonna make one for my friend. I don't think she's gonna watch this video, so I think I can say that, because she's a very colorful person, so that's the plan. But then those are kind of bad examples because I did buy those ones for these projects. Okay, so here I have this one, which is the Lustrine Green pure cotton, and I have quite a few of these in this dark green. I have them in the sage green, And I have some in the white that I bought a while ago to make a blanket, and I decided making a blanket in this weight was a terrible, terrible, terrible idea. So one thing that I really want to make is to use those to make a like a vest. I also have been thinking lately that I feel like I need a white vest in my wardrobe, so I think one of the projects I would like to work on kind of early is that. So yeah, basically I'm trying to think of things that I can make that I can use with things that I already have. So let's start with the ones that I think I actually will make, because I actually have some yarn to make them. This is, my brain is all over the place today. I don't know what's going on. Let's go with the vest that I'm thinking of making first, because I already talked about it. So this is the yarn that I have that I think I'd like to use. So this, again, like I just said, it's that soft stream green one. This is 100% cotton. I don't know if it says the weight on it. I don't think it does. I'm still kind of like a beginner in knitting. So I have been knitting for like 4 years maybe, but it's only really been the last year or so that I've done it more, and the end of last year was the first time I used a pattern, and there are some things that still confuse me a little bit, so I'm definitely still in that kind of beginner category, so forgive me that there are some things I don't know what weight this is. This says that it makes on 2.5 to 3 millimeter needles, it will make 38, your swatch would be 38 by 28 stitches, if that helps somebody that understands things better than me. Anyway, what I'm hoping to make with this one is, I have it here, so the camisole number 9 by My Favorite Things Knitwear is one of my options. I think I have one other My Favorite Things Knitwear one on my list though. I'm not really sure between two of them. So yeah, so it's the camisole number 9 and the camisole number 5, and I'm not entirely sure which one I want to do yet. I really like the edging on the number 5. I think that that is a prettier look, but I think that the number 9 is more simple, so I don't know if it would be more timeless. And I feel like the number 9, because it's more simple, I feel like it might look a bit more polished when it's finished. I don't know what kind of yarn they both ask for, but like I said, because I'm trying to use up some of the things I already have, my plan is to just figure out what needle and like basically, yeah, what needle I would have to use with this to make this match the gauge, rather than buy something based on what they recommend. We'll see how that goes, but that's my kind of thoughts. So do let me know what your favorite between those two is, because I'm very, very conflicted. I think I'll probably go with number 9, and I think especially because after this shirt I think I'm gonna need a simple project, and it looks like the more simple one, although I might take a break from this shirt to do something else, because it's been a long time, and it's going to be a long more time I think before I finish that one. But I don't normally have multiple projects on the go, because I just get really obsessive about, what is that plastic bag? Oh no, it's not, it's an organza bag, sorry. Yeah, I feel like I normally get really obsessive about whatever I'm working on, so I don't generally love working on 2 things at once. The next thing that I want to do is, I have this really pretty white mohair. This is the soft stream green one again, and I've been kind of waiting to do something special with it. And I thought that it would make a really pretty like summer spring knit, like a jumper I'm thinking. So I saw the light loop sweater by Other Loops. That one is one of my contenders, and I also had one more on my list. Let me find it. Yeah, there were a couple of drops cardigans that I was thinking this might work well with. There is also the Casper cardigan by Joanna Gerish. Sorry, I don't know how to say that. I'm gonna link all the patterns in the description that I'm talking about, by the way. So there's that one that I feel like could be a really nice fit. There's the Drops Trip to Provence cardigan that is very, very pretty, and I feel like this would fit really well with that one. But that cardigan looks like a very complicated knit, and I do struggle sometimes a bit with mohair because it's so bitty, so I don't know whether I want to do a complicated one. I think that most likely I will do the Casper cardigan or the light loop sweater with this. I just haven't decided which one yet. Obviously I'll have to buy more. This isn't going to be enough for an entire garment. I would really like to get to work on a wrap cardigan. There's something that I usually have one in my wardrobe, but a couple years ago I lost a lot of weight and I had a breast reduction, so after that most of my tops didn't fit me at all anymore. So I'm kind of like rebuilding my wardrobe in that sense. So yeah, a wrap cardigan is something that I really like in my wardrobe, but I don't have one. So I have a few options for that. I don't have any yarn in mind that I already have that I think would fit one of these cardigans, so probably it would be something that I did later on when I kind of worked through my period of using things up, does that make sense? You know what I mean. So I think my number one contender is the Theodore wrap, which is also by, I'm gonna have to look up how to say her name because I really don't know. So her name is Joanna Garish, I think. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, I'm really sorry. So yeah, the Theodore wrap that she designed, I really love that one. I really like the lace edging. I think it's really pretty. I feel like that in a pastel kind of color would be really pretty. I don't know what colors have other people made in it. Yeah, somebody's made a grey one. I was just thinking like a grey one would be quite pretty, but I wasn't sure whether it would be too muted. I'm so like, I always wear like browns, beiges, black and white, and I'm really trying to get myself away from it, but it's just who I am. Anyway, so the Theodore wrap I think is my front runner. I also really like, sorry I'm not even looking at the camera for half of this video. I also really like the Levitate wrap that is by My Favorite Things Knitwear. I really like that one. I feel like that's a little bit of a chunkier one though, so I don't know whether I would like to save that and do that in winter, like a chunkier one. Drops also have one called Ballerina Design, which looks really pretty, and that one is a free pattern I think, so maybe I'm trying to pick more free patterns, but they're just like, I feel like most of the ones that I gravitate to aren't. So I've also have this cardigan. So I went into town a few months ago and I saw this grey cardigan and it was so pretty. And I feel like a grey cardigan would fit really well into my wardrobe. And I didn't buy it because it was from like, it was from one of these like fast fashion shops and it just seemed very flimsy and I felt like it would fall apart really quickly. But then I saw this pattern and but I've been thinking about it since, like it was so pretty, but yeah, I just didn't feel like it would have been a good purchase. So I saw the Whitmore cardigan by Amy Loudon and I feel like that is pretty similar and I feel like I could do that in a grey and it would be really pretty. So that's something that I would really like to do. I feel like this is an overly ambitious list, like this is not all getting done in spring, but we'll see. I think that my spring priorities will be to work on the 2 pouches that I have these yarns for already, and then to work on a vest, and then we'll see where we're up to. I have seen some really cool designs as well. There's one in particular that I really like. I'm just looking for that one. My favorite section on Ravelry is huge and I probably should have picked all of these out before I started on this video. So this is the Top Sole by Moki Knits. So pretty, and I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like that would fit into my wardrobe really well as well. So I've been thinking of making that one too. I think that probably would be like quite high on my priority list as well. I think that potentially I could use one of these 2 greens for that. Maybe the darker one. I'm not really sure yet. I think that I would like to maybe work on start a more complicated jumper that would be a winter jumper, but like kind of start it earlier so I can get more wear out of it. So some options and ideas that I have for that one are, I really liked the soft loop sweater by Other Loops. And then I really like the porcelain sweater by Elena Home Samsa, I think. I really liked that one, so I feel like that would be another option. I really like how she's done it with the beige and the blue. I also saw somebody that switched out the blue for like a slightly darker beige, and that looked really pretty as well. But like I said, I'm trying to come out of my comfort zone a little bit with color, so I don't really know. I don't know whether I want to come out of my comfort zone quite yet. We'll see. Some other spring patterns that I have seen that are really pretty, but that I don't think that would make it into my spring knitting. I found these shorts. So they're by Drops, and they're the Prairie Rose shorts, and they have the prettiest finishing along the edges. They just look really cool, and I thought like if I made a white vest like I'm planning on making, then I could make these in a white match. They look really, really pretty, but I'm kind of like pear-shaped. I'm kind of chunky around my hip area, so I don't know whether a pair of knitted shorts would work well for me. But I'm considering giving it a go. I also really liked, I found this other pattern by Drops. The other day I was trying really hard to find more free patterns. So I've got lots of Drops patterns on here. So these are the Dainty Duo socks. I thought they were really, really pretty. And I've never knitted socks before. I've done stockings at Christmas, but never done any socks. So I thought that would be cool to give it a try. Other Drops one is the Spring Parade cardigan. I think that the flowers in that look really, really pretty, and I feel like that would be really fun. I've never really worked with something that has that kind of level of color work, so I feel like that would be something really fun to give a bit of a go. Another one that I don't think I would get to, but I really liked, was Anne Catherine Stoll's It's a Wrap Top. This is a wrap top, and just looks really, really pretty. It's like a little vest crossover. I really like the tie detailing on the waist. I like the v-neck. I think it looks really, really pretty in that orange as well. I think I would probably go for more like a black or something. Actually, I have quite a few, again the same Silkstream green cotton. I have quite a few balls of that in black, so maybe I could try something like that with that. I quite liked the Naked Tee by Naked Knit. I thought that one was really cool. It's like a really lightweight jumper. So again, maybe like as an early autumn like transitional knit, I feel like that could work really well. I love wearing like jeans, trousers, like high-waisted kind of things, and I feel like that would fit quite well silhouette-wise with that kind of trouser that I wear a lot, so I think that would be a really good fit. I have a couple more sock patterns on here that are really cute, but I think that because they're quite colorful, I would need to buy quite a few different yarns, which doesn't really match with my buying less, so probably they wouldn't be something I do anytime soon. So there's the Stone Roses socks by Stone Knits and the Berry Special socks by Stone Knits. I feel like these ones are probably ones that I will keep on my list until I have some more kind of scraps in those kind of colors that I can work with, rather than buying like this one with the berries has 3 colors in it. So if I had to buy it, I'd have to buy 3 different colors. And I would really like to work on the Sweetheart Revenge top dress, yeah, by Friday Knits. Oh, I think it's called top dress because it has a top and a dress in the pattern. I would really like to work on the dress of that, but I think I would extend it and make it kind of more full length rather than a mid-thigh one. I think because there's quite a few things that I want to work through in the spring, probably I won't work on this anytime soon because it's quite a big project, and I think I would want to focus more on Like there's quite a few things that I want to have in my wardrobe and I would rather knit them than buy them, so I'd rather work on those first, I think. But that's definitely something that's really on my radar and would be a really pretty spring piece. And then one more, this is very, very random for a spring pattern roundup, but I would really like to start on Petite Knit's zipper sweater, the one for men, because it's my granddad's birthday in August, and granddad is also really into knitting. Well, he used to be when he was younger. He doesn't knit so much now, so I thought it would be really cool to knit him something for his birthday. And he really loves to wear these like zip up jumpers, and his favorite gifts that I've given him have always been what's the word I'm looking for, being like jumpers and jackets and things. So I thought it would be really nice to make him one. I think it will take quite a while, so I'm thinking of starting it like more like spring, summer, like earlier time basically, because his birthday, I mean, it's not actually that far away, it's just a couple months. I bought this to make Ruben a beanie, and I can't remember how I managed this. I think I maybe added extra balls to the cart by accident, or maybe I misread how big the balls were or something. I can't remember, but basically I bought I think 4 or 5 of those to make this beanie for Ruben, and then I think I used half like half a ball, not half the amount. So I was thinking that I could use the rest of it to make a start on the jumper, because I also think that that would be quite a nice grey free jumper. So yeah, that's my plans. Those are the patterns that I've been liking. Like I said, I think the focus is going to be for me first finishing Ruben's shirt, the one that I've been designing, and then I think making a vest. I think I'll need a quick knit like after the headache of this shirt, so I think I'll want something fun. The shirt's not actually that bad to knit, it's the figuring out the details because I'm not following a pattern. That's the bit that's been a headache. And then probably the whatever cardigan I pick for this one, and the 2 pouches, purses, I can't remember, pouches I think they're called. Probably I'll work those as like side projects. Not really sure what I would do next. I think I would probably go for the wrap cardigan next, or maybe the top sole. Not really sure, but yeah, that's kind of where we're at the moment. Those are the patterns that I've been loving, and the ones that I'm hoping to work through. I can be really, really obsessive with my knitting, so I spend a lot of time knitting. So I do feel like I could work through a pretty big chunk of this, but maybe I'm being overly ambitious, we'll see. But yeah, that's the video. I never know how to end videos. I never know like what to say. But yeah, I'll put links to all of the patterns that I discussed in the description. If you would like to see more knitting videos, I will be posting at least 1 knitting video a week from now on, because like I said, it's my favorite thing to talk about in the world. So please do follow me. Again, I will put my Instagram link in the description as well for my knitting Instagram. And yeah, like let's talk knitting. I love talking about knitting things. It's my favorite topic, and I think there's only so many times I can try and talk to Ruben about it before he goes mad. Anyway, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching and for spending your time with me, and hopefully I will see you all soon. Bye.